With a major selection of the looks your kiddos love starting at just $4 in the Walmart app, a new school year means a stylish new them. Who knew? Find skater skirts and Crocs that say, I'm casual but cool. Sparkly sneakers that say, it's my classroom, you're just learning in it. And preppy polos that say, I'm the teacher's pet, even if they're mommy's menace at home. Find their favorite styles starting at just $4 in the app. The Walmart you thought you knew is now new.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Let's party each and every year on Christmas Eve, where the fun and cocktail shrimp don't seem to end. Clark and Ralphie taking turns on the TV screen, laughing, singing, yelling with all of our friends. Well, it's Christmas, and everybody's gonna spread the holiday cheer. It's Christmas. Whoa, oh, it's the best time of the year. Let's do fake reindeer.
Hey, Dylan.
Hey, Matt.
Buddy, we have done something pretty cool.
It is pretty neat. Honestly, I didn't expect it.
We got to 250 episodes.
That's rad.
That's
man.
awesome.
That's rad.
We had...
Especially, like, I feel like at the beginning of this venture, you and I were both like, how long could we?
Well, and then
pull
it
this
turned
off?
into, like, we just stop at episode 365, but I don't think we're going
I don't
to.
think we will.
I don't
No.
think we will.
This is too fun. I enjoy this way too much.
So I threw it on our Instagram. Hey, our original episode 250 plans kind of fell through.
Yeah.
Send us some questions. We'll do an AMA or something.
Oh, good.
So people sent us some questions. And
Okay.
I'm going to try, because it's all Instagram handles, I'm going to try my best to maybe not, like, I'm not going to sit here and read, like, underscores and shit. I'm just going to give, like, the basic gist of what their name is. So this first question comes...
Netcutter 372.
Exactly. This first question comes from Cody. And it's a very good question for us. He said,
Okay.
any interest in eventually doing a psych episode? Which I would say that we're definitely going to eventually do an episode of
Yeah.
Psych. Are you a Psych fan? Have you watched Psych?
I am a Psych adjacent fan.
Because
Like,
you
I've
love
seen-
Gravy.
I
And
love Gravy, dude. I think Gravy's a great movie. But I also, like, I've seen episodes here and there. I've never sat down and watched a full season, as much as people tell me that I would really, really enjoy that show. It's just something that hasn't really come up to watch, but I definitely will, and I assumed that we would definitely get into it.
So my thing with Psych, we're definitely going to do it. I would say it might be a year or two before we do it.
Okay.
Because I'll most likely be the one that picks the Psych episodes because I am the Psych fan. But I haven't watched it in so long, and Barb has never seen it. So it's on our list of shows that Barb and I are going
surprising to me. 'Cause
I know.
feel like Barb strikes me as a Psych person.
Well,
Barb
because the
strikes me
thing is that, like, when I started watching Psych, so there are two shows that I have compared to Scrubs in my life when trying to pitch it to friends. And one was Community, because I was like, Community, Troy and Abed feel like Turk and JD, the college years.
Yeah.
And Psych feels like Turk and JD become detectives. Like, that's like their dynamic is just very similar. So that is, like, on our to watch list. And what will most likely happen is either both of these things are going to happen. While we're watching it, I'm going to be like, all right, I got Psych on the brain, so we're going to do a Psych Christmas episode because Barb and I have been rewatching it. But B, I'll also be writing down all of the Christmas episodes, and I'll probably even rank them in quality, so we, like, have kind of a rough roadmap on like which episodes we're going to do. because like you want to start off with a banger, but you also don't want to get to the point where the last like episode you watch is the one that's the worst. So it's like you can kind of mix it up a little bit.
And that's a hard balance, man. That's
yeah.
a really hard balance.
Well,
And
because
that's-
we did that with I feel like we're eventually going to do all the South Park Christmas episodes, as we said.
Yes. But that's what's held me back from picking them. Is
Because
like,
you don't want to burn out on all of them, but
Yeah.
like, you know what? Maybe it is time that like our next one is one that we're not that stoked on, like Merry Christmas, Charlie Manson, just because
Yeah.
then it's out of the way, and the next time we do a
Yeah.
South Park episode, it's like all of the bangers that we love. You know what I mean? Like,
But I can't waste a Merry Christmas Charles Manson in our good months.
No, no.
Sorry,
That's-
that's gotta be like an
Like-
April episode.
yeah, no, totally. But
Like
yes.
it's my birthday, so we're doing South Park Christmas today.
Exactly. But Cody, yeah, we're gonna do a psych episode eventually.
Speaking of which, though, because this is topical, have you been keeping up with South Park?
I have been. I definitely think that the most recent episode, while good, is not nearly as good as the first two episodes, which were like unbelievably good.
See, I really liked this episode because, listen, I am all about the Trump has a tiny penis
yeah.
shit. Like, I am all about that. But, like, I worry that we're putting too much focus on that, which is, I understand that that is their deal,
Yeah.
but it's not always what I go to South Park for. So dealing with Randy and Towley and Sharon's like
Well,
like,
I think the
addiction to
Tally
ChatGPT
stuff was
and
the
shit.
best. Like,
oh, it was so good.
So the funniest joke in the most obviously, I think it'll still be the most recent episode by the time this episode drops because I think they're coming
Yeah.
out every other week.
yeah, I don't know if they're gonna continue doing that, though. I respect it. Like, I get it. I understand
Yeah.
what they're doing right now.
But the most recent episode we watched was when Tally has to go to Washington and basically, spoiler alert, becomes Trump's cum rag. But
oh my god, it's absolutely.
But-
help me.
But the part that I laughed the hardest at, because it is that like perfect South Park satire,
Yeah.
is Towie as he's like sightseeing and every inch of DC is just covered in military. Like
Yeah.
it's so funny and
It's
no
so
tourists anywhere. Like it's such
None.
it's perfect.
Yeah. He's
all right.
walking through the museum, and he's like the only person, like the only civilian in the museum.
Yeah, it's so funny. All right, so the next question
Yeah.
I don't really have an answer for.
Okay.
But maybe you do.
right.
And it's from a listener named Roger X. And he asked, what's your favorite Christmas Day beverage?
Ooh, my favorite Christmas Day beverage. Did they specify like alcohol or non-alcohol?
No, they
Like,
didn't.
were
They didn't. So I've definitely we've talked about Christmas breakfasts and
Yeah.
treats and stuff like that. I'm not a drinker. The holidays for me is a lot of it's two things, I guess, and these aren't Christmas Day usually. Right around November, I start rocking peppermint teas at home.
yeah, dude.
Love a good peppermint tea, especially a peppermint tea with a candy cane inside of it.
Yeah.
And then when I hit my Starbucks to get my chai tea, I will often get, a sugar cookie flavored
Yeah.
chai tea. But that's really it. I'm not like I drink like 4 things ever.
Yeah.
Like it's like water, milk, tea, and very occasionally a soda.
So funny enough, when you bring up the sodas, that's my big like holiday beverage. I love the different sodas that come out around the holidays. Sometimes you can find them year round, but Sprite did Winterberry. I love their Winterberry flavor. It's definitely got a hint of cranberry in there. I actually just love when sodas are like, "Hey, we threw cranberry in this. It's Christmassy."
Yeah. Our job's done. Our
Yeah.
job's done here.
Canada Dry does a cranberry ginger ale that I love around the holidays. Sometimes we'll create like a holiday punch, which is very much soda based. One of those sodas. As in terms of Christmas Day beverages, I don't think I am specifically drinking anything on Christmas Day. Just kind of around the holidays itself. I love a good Christmas beer.
All right.
Right? I love a good I love Mad Elf. is a good one. My favorite Christmas beer is Sam Adams Old Fezziwig. I love drinking an Old Fezziwig as the holidays are around. So I'm sorry I can't answer in a Christmas Day beverage itself, but that's what I love to drink around the holidays. I think you and I have both talked about eggnog itself, and the concept of eggnog is more appealing to me than an actual glass of eggnog.
I've never
always
had
have
it. I've never had it. It just
I'd love
looks
for you to
too
try
gross.
it. You should try it at least once. I think for someone with a Christmas 365 podcast, you at least have to try it.
It looks
once.
like snot in a cup. Like, it's so gross looking to me.
It tastes, in my opinion, it tastes like old melted ice cream. So like it's
not selling me.
It's not, but I need you to try it at least once.
All right, maybe this holiday live stream.
Yeah. There we
you
go.
And you and I can do a.
Yeah.
We also have to. We keep saying we're going to do it. We have to invest in buying some Christmas crackers so we can try
This
that.
is true as well. We'll definitely look into that. We'll look into that very soon. I'm a cider guy. I know that might be more fall, but I love a good cider.
All right,
So-
I don't mind a cider. I'll have maybe one a year, and when I do, it's usually walking around like Longwood Gardens or some other big light display where it's a little cold and you want like a hot cider to warm you. Yeah.
Stop it, man. You're getting me excited.
I know.
Over here.
Listen, we're ready. All right, so we've got 3 questions from probably, I would argue, one of our biggest fans. And I only say that because when you immediately recognize someone's Instagram handle because they are, commenting, you're like, man, this person really likes the show, and it makes you feel good. So I'm going to read all 3 questions that Titanium Pip sent us.
Yeah.
So the first question, we kind of covered this already, but they asked, when you started this podcast, did you think it would last this long? P.S. Please don't ever stop.
So can I respond
go for
to
it.
that real quick? When we started this, I know that I just said I didn't expect it to last long. Let me rephrase that. I didn't expect people to listen.
Yeah.
Like I expected this was going to be your and my's kind of like therapy.
Yeah.
It was like we're gonna get on here and we're gonna chat. I think both of us were kind of like we were still in the midst of the pandemic.
The pandemic
honestly.
was happening. I also think that
pandemic's still happening.
Yeah.
Just a heads up.
Yeah.
I do want to put that out there.
I do
COVID's
think
still a
that
thing.
every podcast I've ever started was also just an excuse to catch up with a friend. And you were going through some shit. So I was worried about you at the time.
I appreciate that.
And was
I
like,
really do.
you know what? Like, because I'll start with the origins a little bit. I think I've talked about this before. But I was leaving my brother's wedding and driving home. And I was listening to Gilmore Guys, which is like one of my all-time favorite podcasts. And I loved, they had such like an adult podcast where like, not like they were like, it wasn't like fucking Cum Town or anything, but they were able to like talk like adults about a very wholesome show.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do something similar to that, where it's like, look, we're going to talk about wholesome stuff, but we are going to also say fucking shit sometimes because that's
Very
just
true.
who we are. And I was like, well, what is that wholesome thing? And I remembered how much I love Christmas, and people would make fun of me for like always wanting to watch Christmas stuff.
Me too.
And I was like, oh, I know someone who also loves Christmas.
Yeah.
And I can cut this if you want me to, but you were going through a divorce at the time. And I was like, Dylan
Why don't you leave it in. Yeah.
Dylan might need the distraction of going
and
to
I
something
appreciate that.
wholesome. So like, and we had become friendly with each other, but we were only really seeing each other and talking at one horror convention a year, and then sometimes texting during a wrestling pay-per-view. So like, I was like, I want to like hang with Dylan more. So I texted you at a rest stop and was like, hey, I got an idea for a thing. Call me if you can, because I'm driving. But like, would you do a Christmas podcast? And yeah, I mean, I also, not that I thought it wasn't going to last, but I was like, who knows? We might do 100 episodes and run out of steam and decide that this isn't for us. And to what you said, like, I didn't expect that many people to care. Was in my mind, I thought that this was going to be, all right, November and December, this show will be very, very popular. And then it will just be Dylan and I talking into the ether for 10 months. And
Help,
like,
listen to
yeah.
us.
And like, I'm not going to pretend that that's not still kind of true. Like, our numbers in November and December are like 100 times our normal months.
Which is understandable. Like, it's
But
completely understandable.
to throw a number out there, I did not think that there would still literally be thousands of monthly listeners
Yeah.
every month. Like, I literally thought that it would be a show where like close to 50 to even 100,000 people would listen for 2 months, and then it would be like 10 people listening until the next Christmas season. So the fact that like enough people care that we still get thousands of downloads in like fucking May and June is not something I anticipated, and that does help motivate us to keep doing it.
It's motivating, and it's like, even when stuff is rough and I don't want to think about it, like if I'm sitting here, like when we're not recording, I'm like, fuck, I gotta watch this thing.
Yeah.
Even if I don't feel like doing it, the moment we hit record, or not even hit record, but the moment I pop on here,
It's worth it.
It's worth it. It's worth it. It's harder to watch the stuff we have to watch than it is to come on and talk.
100%.
Like, I love these moments. I get bummed out that we don't get more of these.
I know.
Because of us not living closer together. I mean, we live close enough to one another.
Well,
but
you live closer than almost any other person I podcast with, but it's still like, you got to plan a day around it.
Yeah, it's still a
you
trek,
can't just like pop over for a movie night whenever you feel like it. You know, it's like an hour drive, which isn't bad, but it's worse than a 10-minute drive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. So, and it's harder because like a lot of events that would be happening between us would be at nighttime. Like,
exactly.
And so just driving home is kind of a pain. But no, I wasn't sold that we would be going for hundreds and hundreds of episodes, but I was really hopeful, and I'm really glad that we have. And some of my favorite moments of the past few years have come from this show and our conversations.
Yep.
And just
We'll tackle that in a future question.
Sorry.
It is mind-blowing
And heartbreaking.
how many original scripts are written every year but are never made.
So we seek out these scripts and bring them to life with full audio production and professional actors.
Check us out at Undiscovered Scripts,
Movies made of paper.
wherever you get your podcasts.
Free.
We'll go into the next question that Titanium Pip sent us, which is just, this is a quick and easy one. Have you always been Christmas fans? For sure.
100%.
And like, for me, I think the thing that you and I bonded over was like, obviously every kid is a fan of Christmas because you get presents. You know what I mean? Yep. But for me, it was like the presents were definitely a big appealing part of Christmas, but I loved the whole fucking pageantry of it. Like when I was a kid, we had this Rudolph the Reindeer VHS box holder. Like, it was literally the shape of a reindeer with Rudolph's face on the front, and inside of it was like the 6 Christmas VHS tapes that we had. Yeah. And like, when that would come out, I'd get so excited to start watching those VHS tapes. And like, I loved decorating the tree with my mom, and I even loved going to like church on Christmas Eve and singing like the Christmas song. Like, I loved every aspect of it. And then going to my aunt and uncle's for a Christmas party, like, all of it was so exciting. And like, the gifts were obviously, like, as a kid, the best part, but that love never went away. And then like, as you become an adult, you're like, well, shit, how can I just keep that vibe going all the time? And you and I bonded over that, where it's like, oh yeah, no, getting gifts is dope, but like, all of the other shit is like, better. Like,
it's when my dad would go up to the attic and just pull like 6 or 7 bins down of Christmas decorations, and we'd be decorating inside. We didn't do a whole lot of outside stuff, especially when we moved to the Eastern Shore of Maryland, just because we were kind of in the middle of nowhere at that point. So I think my dad was like, well, nobody's gonna fucking see it, who cares? But we decorated the inside like absolute crazy. So it's just, around those times, I am a sucker. Like, listen, we've gone on record. I am a sucker for marketing, for corporate marketing. Like, as soon as I see Santa on those Coke cans, I am hyped.
Yeah, you're buying.
Santa's on the Coke cans. Christmas Crunch is out. We need it all.
Yeah.
Peppermint's back at Dunkin'. Like, I'm ready. Speaking of which, Pumpkin just returned to Dunkin', and I'm hype about it.
Woo! So the last question that Titanium Pip asked was, and I feel bad because I think we're going to give the same answer we gave almost a year ago, but it's what's your favorite episode both to record and listen back to? And that Love Actually episode.
That Love Actually episode's so good.
It's so
good.
It's still the hardest I've ever laughed, but I will give a sneak peek. The episode we're putting out next week that we recorded recently might be a new contender because that episode, I mean, we barely talk about Christmas, but I feel like I laughed so hard recording that episode with you. So I don't know if it's going to beat Love Actually, but next week's episode is a strong contender for a favorite.
Cool. That episode is so much fun. And educational.
Yeah.
You're gonna learn a
Stay
lot
tuned,
from
guys.
that.
It's longer than I thought we would record about that topic.
Yeah.
Next question comes from Dan M. 1983. And I love this one. This is a thinker.
What's up, Dan?
It said, if you could relive one Christmas movie as part of your own life, which one is it? So I have been looking at that question for the last couple minutes. And
Silent Night, Deadly Night. No,
so I don't know if there's like a specific movie that I would want to relive because they're all very stressful.
Yes.
But I have a moment and then I guess a gist of a movie.
Okay.
Right?
Go for it.
So the moment is like if I could live in that ending scene of It's a Wonderful Life where everybody's in the room celebrating and singing and stuff, that'd be pretty. Actually, man, now I got 3. Celebrating, singing for sure.
So let me piggyback on it because I don't want you to steal a moment.
Yeah.
My moment very similar, but if I had to pick a moment, it would be the ending of Elf when they're all in the middle of the city
singing.
In the park singing.
That's pretty good.
Oh my god, dude, that puts me in the Christmas spirit so hardcore.
I would also throw out there, I can't believe I didn't think of this as my first moment. The ending of Muppets Christmas Carol because I'm surrounded by a bunch of fucking Muppets.
It's true. It's true. You're surrounded by a bunch of Muppets.
That'd be like my number one.
The ending of what the hell's that thing? Emmett Otter.
Emmett Otter, equally
We're
great.
all still poor.
the beginning of Christmas Eve on Sesame Street when a bunch of Muppets are just fucking ice skating with me. Hell yeah.
I actually pick any of the Muppets Christmas specials
I just want to hang out with some fucking Muppets.
Muppets.
Oh my god, the ending of Muppets Family Christmas when they're all singing carols. Hell yeah.
So are you a big Disney park guy?
I love Disney parks. Yes.
Okay,
I'm
so
very
are you
excited about the Electric Mayhem rock and roller
Hell
coaster.
yeah, I'm super stoked about that. Now I will say, kind of bummed they're removing Aerosmith. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Aerosmith isn't standing the test of time.
You
at
know
the
what I'm
Disney
more
parks.
sad about? I wish I could say it was sad about them removing Aerosmith. But I'm actually more sad that they're removing the pre-tape video where there's a super young Ken Marino playing a non-speaking engineer.
I stole a post the other day that was like, I wish. Oh, here it is. You can replace all the humans on Rock and Roller Coaster with Muppets, but please keep Ileana Douglas as the Electric Mayhem's manager.
Oh, she's so good.
Who fucking comes in is like, let's go. Like, what are we doing? Like.
I love it. She should 100%. And the last thing I almost didn't want to say this because it's become so cliche for us to talk about this thing. Fucking Let It Snow. If I could relive high school through the lens of Let It Snow, where it's just like fucking a big ass Christmas party in a Waffle House, are you fucking kidding me? I would love that. I would love that so much.
And you brought up this thing. You brought up this show when we were talking about that, and we talked about this show off air. I think Dash and Lily is right up there.
Yeah,
and I'm very excited when we get to that this year.
Very much stay tuned. That's going to happen this year because I love Dash and Lily.
Yeah.
Do you have one more?
What do I want? I just want to make sure. I want to run the gamut of Christmas films in my head to make sure that there's not one that I'm missing out on a perfect Christmas adventure with.
Black Christmas, obviously.
Black Christmas. Krampus.
Gremlins.
I
Although
really like
Gremlins
Adam
can be
Scott's
fun.
Yeah, it's true. Gremlins can be fun as long as I don't have to listen to that bitch's Santa story.
Do you
God,
wanna
that
be-
really brings it down.
Do you want to be part of the Dum Diddy Dum Dums chorus in 8 Crazy Nights?
In 8 Crazy Nights. Can we go listen, I just want to put out there, I love how many parents are like, oh, I got my kids turned on to horror. We're watching Gremlins. And there is a scene in the middle of that movie where they flat out just say Santa's not real. And people are showing their 7 or 8 year olds this, man. Let your kids experience the magic, okay?
That's why that speech is why PG-13 exists, because parents were so upset about that. Now
It's
no one gives
true.
a fuck.
It's true. That's a dark ass speech.
It is. I do love that they
wild.
parody it in the second one where she's talking about why she hates, is it Memorial Day or 4th of
Yeah.
July?
I guess
Alright.
we can't really do Gremlins too,
Yeah.
could we?
All right, I wish we could, man. I wish we could because it's great.
My favorite podcast moment is I don't even know if you cut this, but I was so dumb. I think I asked on the show, I said, why didn't we do the Rugrats Hanukkah special?
Yes. No, that stayed in. That's a pretty great moment.
Yes. That's such a good moment.
So
I wasn't
Dan-
even
Dam
yeah,
N
alright.
had another question.
Yeah.
Actually tied.
To the Rugrats Hanukkah
No,
special.
she said, how do you tell your child who questions Santa Claus but loves the magic of all that he isn't real? Show him Gremlins.
Show them Gremlins, dude. That's it, man. So, that's the go-to now. 100%. If your kid ever says, hey, I heard this thing, at school, they're saying Santa's not real, just be like, hey, you want to watch Gremlins?
Yeah.
Just change
So-
the subject.
So here's my answer.
Yeah, I'll tell you what my mom actually did.
I haven't had to do this yet. Barb is really trying to keep all three of the kids in the Christmas magic spirit, but she's
Still
got
listening.
She's got a 10-year-old turning 11, so I feel like eventually we have to break the news to this 5th grader. The way that I've told her that we should do it, and we're pretty sure he knows, he just doesn't want to admit that he knows. It's
Yeah.
like that. It's that he's at that spot that all of us hit, where it's like, I don't think that Santa's real anymore, but just on the off chance
On
that
the
he
off
is,
chance that he is.
I think that's where he's at. I said that the secret that I would do is that I would wait until all his other brothers were asleep, and I'd be like, look, yes, your mom and I are Santa. But
What? Holy shit! Running around the
Yeah.
fucking house. Mom and Dad are Santa.
Yeah.
Mom and Dad are Santa.
but
Climbs
explaining
up on the roof. Where is it? Where is it?
but explaining to them the magic of Christmas is the surprises and the unexplained stuff, and now you get to be part of that magic with us.
Listen, the magic
you
of
get to
Christmas
help us be
is conning your
creative
your
with-
kids.
well, you get to be with us, helping us figure out where the elf on the shelf is going to go. You're going to be with us. Do it like it shouldn't just be Santa's not real, go to bed, but hey, you're old enough that you now get to experience the stuff that we do.
Kids under the covers, eyes wide open.
like
Santa's
you
not
get to
real.
be a part of all this stuff that your mom and I would do when you went to bed. Now you get to help us and be part of that magic for your brothers.
Yeah.
And you can't, the biggest thing, if you have only one kid, it's not a big deal. But if there's other, you have to stress that, it would be fucked up for you to take that magic away from your siblings. It would be really messed
Yeah.
up. So
Listen. Come here. What's up? You notice all that magic that I told you about? Yeah. If you tell your siblings, I will fucking kill you.
that magic will fucking die so quickly. I think it's John Daly. There's a podcast that became a sketch comedy show called
Okay.
Comedy Bang Bang.
Yeah. I'm familiar.
But back in the day, it was Comedy Death Ray. One of these days, we're going to have to do a listen through of their charity albums because they are very, very funny.
Sweet.
But I want to say, give me a very quick second to find, because I want to make sure I'm properly attributing the person. It's Nick Thune. It's Nick
Okay.
Thune
Yeah.
does a track called "You're Still Getting Presents Today," and it's him being like, "All right, Mom and Dad, I know the time has come. So let me tell you, Just hand the headphones to your kid. I'll explain it for him. And then he's just like, Santa's not real. It's been your mom and dad. Don't hold this against them. Because the good news is you're still going to get some presents today. But it's like, that's my other answer is find Nicktoons You're Still Getting Presents and just play it in the car for your kids.
Were you aware that Nick Thune played Santa in Unaccompanied Minors
Oh, I did not.
in like 2006? I feel like we need to watch this.
I've
movie.
never seen I either never saw Unaccompanied Minors or I watched it exactly once because it came out on DVD when I worked at a video store.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
we-
it's directed by Paul Feig.
Yeah, I think we put it on in the video store a couple times, and I didn't hate it. But, all right, well, I think that's our answer to that, unless you had another answer for explaining this to a child.
No, I mean, my mom, honestly, I remember it. We were, like, in our family van at the ballpark, and it was, like, I don't even remember if it was close to Christmas. I think I was just sitting there, like, in my
Your mom was like, you ready for some baseball? Also, Santa doesn't exist.
Yeah. No, I flat out asked, and my mom was very cool about it. She, like, to me, this is how she always put it, like, Santa Claus is the spirit of Christmas. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, Santa exists. Santa's real. It's your spirit. It's the spirit that is pushing you to do those things for your kids. It's that spirit of making it the one time a year when everybody's a little bit nicer, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So like that's how Santa Claus was described to me, to which I'll always say like yeah, we'll joke around, but to me Santa Claus is very real because
Yeah.
it is that feeling. It is that spirit. I still believe.
What's the fucking song from Spirited? It's they say
Yeah.
it's like that holly jolly feeling or whatever the
Yeah.
hell it is.
Yeah, I went with Lost Boys instead.
That's fine.
Another Christmas classic.
It's as good. Yeah.
There's Christmas lights in that movie on the pier.
Oh,
I
is
think.
that how we're gonna discuss that one?
How
next
we're gonna do
Halloween?
Lost Boys next month?
Yeah.
It's coming, guys.
All right, and the last question we got
Yeah.
was from Austin M, and he asked, for each of you, what's your most unique ornament or Christmas decoration?
Ooh. Okay. You go first.
I don't really have I feel like I'm going to give an answer and then like a couple months from now when I'm decorating the tree, I'm going to be like, how the fuck did I not talk about this one?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But one of my favorites that I do...
Our star or angel is a Krampus.
That's
my
pretty
favorite.
cool. One of my favorites that I do look forward to putting on the tree every year is for a couple years, my family would just buy each other Christmas ornaments, and I would get a bunch of Disney and Muppet related ones.
Yeah.
So yeah, I actually have two. So my friend's daughter was the first time I had like a friend have a kid, and the first Christmas ornament they got me was a Kermit and Piggy Christmas one. So I do hold that one very dear. It's a very special ornament for me. But a couple years ago, my parents got me a Haunted Mansion Christmas ornament that's all the
Yeah.
hitchhiking ghosts in a row. And when you press the button, it lights up and sings the entirety of Grim Grinning Ghosts.
That's sick.
So I mean, that is like the ornament when I get to that one. I get very excited. But you know what? I did notice he said unique.
Yeah.
I think the most unique one that I have is there was a person on Etsy that only made 40 ornaments for Killer Clowns from Outer Space that were the cotton candy balls with the face inside of it.
Yeah, I remember that.
And 3 different people bought me one. So I had 3 of the 40.
That's sick.
I think I gave one away to somebody eventually just because I'm like, I don't need 3 of the same ornament. And they're like a huge fan of this film too. So why not? But that's
That
a
movie
that's
rules.
that's a pretty cool one. How about
There's
you, buddy?
candy in that. We could do Killer Clowns from Outer Space. That's Christmas.
Please stop.
Our lineup for like what 2026 is nothing but,
Yeah.
but horror
We're
films
this
with
Christmas
lights in
podcast
it.
that never talks about Christmas anymore.
R.I.P. I'm gonna cheat a little. My uniqueness
No.
is because it was specifically made for me. So the theater that I do theater at,
Okay.
our local community theater, when we got done, Adam's Family, they gave out different ornaments for each character, and I have a little Gomez ornament that hangs on my tree. It's such a fucking blast to do that.
I
show.
gotta
But
tell you,
that's-
buddy.
that's like my unique ornament. Yeah, what's up?
Barb and I were watching Wednesday
Yeah.
recently, and I literally said to her, "It's a real bummer you didn't get to see Dylan be Gomez Adams because he might be my favorite Gomez Adams I've ever seen." Like, I loved your Gomez.
Thanks, bud. I appreciate that.
So if you
That
get a
was- that
second
was some
Gomez
of-
Adams ornament, hand that to me because I love that performance.
that was probably the most fun I've had on stage, is doing that show. But yeah, honestly, it's not that I have unique ornaments. It's just nice to, I kind of know where I got each of them. So I'm like, oh, I did this. This is, oh, these are my little socks from my first Christmas that my parents gave me.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I have stuff like that. I will say, since I know this has been a long time, but it's tough financially to do Christmas decorations a little bit.
It does add up.
A lot of
man.
my stuff is passed to me. I'm hoping within the next year or so, I want to go all out. I'm ready to go all out. So hopefully things pick up a little bit. But yeah, nothing crazy, nothing that stands out, more unique just because it was my thing. So, but thank you for those. Those were some awesome questions.
I was very
I'm really
happy
glad
with
that we had
all of the
this.
questions we got. Well, Dylan, I already told them that next week's episode's a fucking banger. So
I'm so excited.
Stay tuned.
I'm so excited.
Stay tuned and see Woot Woot we talk about next week on the show.
Hey, but what is a juggalo?
Now we won't stop till the big ball drops on New Year's. Happy Holly, have a great Holly, have a merry happy holiday.
You're listening to the Geekscape Network.